welcome to the deep dive. If you're here looking for, real answers about losing weight quickly and effectively, you're definitely in the right spot.
Mm.
Today, we're really digging into Mitolyn. It's this weight loss supplement, and honestly, it's been a complete game changer for me personally.
That's quite the statement.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
I mean, I lost 38 pounds, and it came off really fast. And the best part, it stayed off for over a year now. Plus, it's just like super easy to take every day.
right.
And hey, for anyone listening who's already curious, you can actually get special discounted pricing right now. Just head over to mitochondrial.com, or you can use the link we've put in the description.
And what's really fascinating, from my perspective anyway, is the science behind Mitolyn. It's actually designed to go after what a lot of researchers are now thinking is, well, a key reason why some people really struggle with weight.
You mean the metabolism thing?
Exactly. A slower metabolism being sort of the root cause. They even mention some breakthrough studies from places like Harvard and Yale supporting this idea.
Yeah, that makes sense. Before I found Mitolyn, honestly, I watched my friend Jeannie just go through it after her pregnancy. It felt like no matter what she did, the weight just wouldn't budge.
Oh, I hear stories like that all the time.
And believe me, she tried everything. Like every single diet you can imagine. Vegan, keto, fasting, gluten-free, dairy-free, only organic stuff, even that lemon water thing.
Wow, she really covered the bases.
Totally. And she was moving, too.
Yeah.
Getting her 10,000 steps. She even had one of those walking machines at home. And then she tried those weight loss injections.
Oh, dear. How did that go?
Not well. They just made her feel sick, honestly. Didn't really help with the weight either.
Yeah, Jeannie's experience, unfortunately, it's really common. So many people find that the usual stuff, strict diets, tons of exercise, just doesn't give them results that actually last.
It's so discouraging.
It really is. And there's data to back that up. There was this big study, British Medical Journal, I think. They followed like 22,000 overweight people trying all sorts of popular diets.
Oh, what happened?
Well, it was pretty sobering. After 6 months, almost none of them had lost any significant weight. And worse, something like 66% of them had actually gained more weight.
Oh, my gosh. That's awful. And I saw how it affected Jeannie,
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just the number on the scale. Her confidence just plummeted.
Yeah.
She started, avoiding going out, seeing friends.
Yeah,
She just felt so bad about herself.
absolutely. And the whole dieting cycle, it can mess with more than just your weight. There's research, I think, from Berkeley showing that even just one round of really restrictive dieting can slow down your metabolism.
Seriously.
Yeah, and cause other issues too, like hair thinning, making you feel hungrier all the time, and even increasing risks for things like heart disease and osteoporosis down the line. Some research even suggests it might cause, permanent damage.
Right.
Remember that show, The Biggest Loser? They did a study on the contestants years later. Their metabolisms were still running, 500 calories slower per day.
That's crazy. So dieting could actually make things worse long term.
It seems that way for some people. And it's interesting, people who are naturally slim, they often don't really diet in that restrictive sense.
Okay, so diets can backfire. But what about exercise? Jeannie was really trying hard with that.
Exercise is fantastic for overall health, no question. But for pure weight loss, its impact is often, less than we think.
Really? Less?
Yeah, on average, activity only burns maybe 5% of our daily calories. Think about it. You could cycle hard for 2 hours and burn maybe 500 calories.
Okay.
But studies show people often compensate, maybe eating a bit more later, or even just overestimating how much they burned. There was even a study, Louisiana University, I believe, that compared overweight women who exercised versus those who didn't. No real difference in fat loss between the groups.
So all that effort.
It highlights that for a lot of people, it's not about lack of trying, And we have to remember, look at the statistics in America. So many people are overweight or obese, and the rates of diabetes, pre-diabetes, they're just climbing. There's often something deeper going on.
Okay, so if diets and exercise aren't always the answer, what is? For me, the big shift happened when I randomly found this YouTube video, hardly any views, but it was talking about this place, Ulossi in Sardinia. It's called a blue zone.
Ah, yes, blue zones, fascinating places.
Right, where people live super long, healthy lives, and things like obesity, diabetes, they're almost non-existent there. And the video mentioned this researcher, Peter Newman, who was studying them.
Right, the blue zones. There are these pockets around the world where people just seem to thrive, live longer, happier, healthier lives, higher chance of hitting 100. And yeah, Dr. Newman was in Ulossi, Sardinia, one of those zones. What apparently puzzled him was how healthy they were, despite their diet not really fitting the standard healthy mold.
Exactly. So I got really curious and started digging into their lifestyle. But instead of looking at what they ate most, I tried flipping it. What did they eat the least of? Or what was unique?
Interesting approach.
And that's how I stumbled upon maqui berries, this, like, exotic superfruit that mostly grows right there.
Maqui berries, yes, they're quite something. That deep purple skin, it's packed with anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants.
How powerful.
We're talking maybe 100 times more anthocyanins than blueberries. That's what gives them that intense color.
Wow.
And the research links them to all sorts of benefits. Healthy heart, good blood sugar levels, better vision, skin protection, even helps with dry eyes and cholesterol. But the real kicker for this conversation, research out of the University of Milan found that compounds in the peel specifically seemed to trigger something called mitochondrial biogenesis.
Mitochondrial biogenesis.
Okay.
Break that down for me. Sounds science-y.
It is, but it's crucial. Think of mitochondria as like tiny power plants inside almost every cell in your body.
Okay, power plants.
They take the food you eat and the air you breathe and turn it into energy, ATP energy, that energy production. That is your metabolism, essentially. They run everything, your energy levels, your overall health. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Back in 2006, scientists figured out something huge. Adults actually have different amounts of these mitochondria. It's not the same for everyone.
And that difference, that matters for weight, right? I think I read about a Harvard study, maybe 2016. They looked at women they'd studied years before.
Exactly that study. 10 years later, they went back. And the connection was clear. The women who started with fewer mitochondria, on average, they'd gained about 44 pounds over that decade.
44 pounds. Yeah.
But the women who started with more mitochondria, they tended to stay lean and healthy. And get this, even a small increase, like just 5% more mitochondria, was linked to carrying around 17 pounds less fat, having a smaller waist, and feeling less hungry.
Just 5%, that's it.
Seems like it makes a big difference. And these women with more mitochondria also tended to have smoother skin, healthier blood sugar, blood pressure, cholesterol, better digestion, even higher dopamine levels.
Dopamine.
Yeah.
Like the happy chemical.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Pleasure, motivation. And here's a really key point from that Harvard study. There was basically zero difference in how many calories they ate or how much they exercised between the lean group and the group that gained weight.
So it wasn't about willpower or hitting the gym harder.
The evidence really points towards these mitochondria being these, well, tiny, slimming furnaces, as some call them. It really shifts the perspective, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. It explains so much.
And there's more research, too. University of Florida, 2017, they worked with mice. They genetically boosted their mitochondria count.
And what happened?
Those mice lost about 60% of their body fat. And even when they were fed a really high-fat, high-sugar diet, they basically became immune to gaining weight.
Immune. Wow.
Yeah. And another one, the American Diabetes Association looked at identical twins, where one twin was lean and the other obese.
Okay, perfect comparison genetically.
Exactly. The lean twin had about 25% more mitochondria on average, and the difference in body fat was huge, like 39 pounds less total fat and 75% less of that dangerous visceral fat around the organs. Even their individual fat cells were smaller.
This is blowing my mind. So mitochondria aren't just about weight then?
Not at all. Scientists now think that having fewer or less efficient mitochondria might be a root cause, not just for obesity, but for a lot of age-related diseases too, things that might show up years later.
Like what?
Like type 2 diabetes, stroke risk, even memory decline. On the flip side, having plenty of healthy mitochondria seems strongly linked to just better overall health, more energy, maybe even a longer life.
Okay, so back to Ulassi and the maqui berries. They seem key for mitochondria support there. But surely it wasn't just the berries.
You're right, it wasn't just the berries. Turns out the Ulassi residents also regularly consume a few other unique things. There's rhodiola, sometimes called the golden root.
Rhodiola. I think I've heard of that for stress.
Exactly. It's an adaptogen. Helps your body handle stress, can improve mood, concentration, memory. Some dreaming studies showed it helped mental performance and sleep quality. And importantly for us, research also suggests rhodiola helps support the growth of new, healthy mitochondria.
Okay, what else?
Then there's Haemotococcus. It's a type of red algae.
Red algae.
Yeah, it's super rich in something called astaxanthin. It's an incredibly powerful antioxidant. A study out of Japan, University of Toyama, I think, showed astaxanthin can actually speed up mitochondria multiplying inside cells.
Multiply.
And the third one is amla. It's a kind of sour fruit
Amla.
known for being great for the gut. Helps digestion, reduces bloating, keeps things moving, can even lessen heartburn. Some studies even show benefits for hair health. And yes, research also points to amla helping increase mitochondrial levels.
So it's this whole combination of things they're getting regularly.
Mm.
Maqui, rhodiola, the algae, amla.
Seems to be a key part of their traditional diet, yeah. And
Mhm.
remember, people lose mitochondria at different rates as they age or due to stress and stuff, which could explain why some people just seem to stay slim effortlessly while others struggle. They probably started with more or maintain them better. Someone like your friend Jeannie, despite all her effort, might have just had significantly lower levels to begin with.
Which is where Mitolyn comes back into the picture.
Hmm.
Because you can't just easily get all these specific things right.
Right.
Especially not the potent parts, like the Maqui peel.
Exactly. It's about a targeted approach.
And again, for anyone listening who's thinking this sounds like what they need, you can check out that special discount at mitolencoupon.com or just use the link in the description. It's worth looking into.
Right. And the team behind Mitolyn, they didn't stop with just Ulasi. They reached out, collaborated with experts studying other blue zones too.
Oh, to find even more stuff.
Precisely. To see if there were other natural compounds that could synergize, really boost the effects on mitochondria.
And did they find anything?
They did. Two more really interesting ingredients came to light. First, theobromo cacao. But not just any cacao. Sort of, but a specific type from the Nicoya Peninsula in Costa Rica, another blue zone. This kind is super high in a compound called epicatogen.
Epicatogen.
Yeah, studies from UC California and also Canadian researchers found epicatogen can pretty rapidly stimulate new mitochondria growth. Even works when people are eating, a relatively high-fat, high-carb diet.
Wow.
Plus, it helps with nitric oxide production. That's good for blood flow, heart health, muscle function, even has some aphrodisiac kind of effects noted.
Okay. And the second one?
Schisandra. This one comes from the Okinawa Blue Zone in Japan.
Okinawa, right. Another famous one.
Yep. Research shows Schisandra also boosts mitochondria. And interestingly, a study in the Archives of Pharmacology found it helps with collagen production, which is great for skin elasticity.
So you've got Mackay, rhodiola, Haemotococcus, amla, then this special cacao and Schisandra. 6 powerhouses.
That's the core combination they identified.
And this led to actually creating Mitolyn.
Exactly. The next step was the hard part. Sourcing really high-quality, pure forms of all 6 ingredients directly from their native regions. That's crucial for potency.
I bet.
Then, they formulated Mitolyn very carefully and produced it right here in the U.S. in an FDA-registered, GMP-certified facility. That means good manufacturing practices, top quality control.
So you know it's made right.
Yes, ensuring purity, potency, safety, and they put it into capsules for easy swallowing and, importantly, good absorption.
And like I said, Jeannie's results were just incredible. She didn't change anything else at first. No crazy diet, no extra exercise. She actually kept eating foods she loved.
Which is often recommended to avoid that starvation signal.
Right. And she told me she lost 3 pounds almost overnight, like woke up lighter.
Wow, that fast.
Yeah. And it just kept coming off. 60 pounds total. 60.
That's life-changing.
Totally. But it wasn't just the weight. She started sleeping better. Her joints stopped aching. She had way more energy, felt sharper mentally. Her whole confidence just soared. It honestly transformed things for her. Even our relationship felt lighter and happier.
That's wonderful to hear.
And seeing her results, I had to try it too. I lost 21 pounds myself, felt great. So yeah, if results like that sound good to anyone, mitolencoupon.com or the link in the description is where you can find that special offer.
And it wasn't just anecdotal. To really validate things, the Mitolyn creators ran a proper volunteer trial, over 500 people.
Yeah, I read about that. 544 people, right, ages 35 to 85, all carrying extra weight, anywhere from 14 to over 100 pounds overweight.
A pretty diverse group.
Definitely. And the results? They found most people's mitochondrial levels actually doubled or even tripled.
Doubled or tripled. That's huge.
It is. And 96% of them lost over 24 pounds.
Yeah.
The average loss was 36 pounds, but some lost way more, like up to 76 pounds.
96%. That's extremely high success rate. What about the other 4%?
Even they still lost significant weight, around 15 pounds on average. And the amazing part, they all did this while still eating foods they actually enjoyed. No deprivation.
The testimonials from that trial must have been pretty powerful.
Oh, they were. People were just raving. Like, Nicole lost 39 pounds. Amy lost 24 pounds and loved that she could still eat her favorite meals. Mike lost 45 pounds and said it totally revitalized his family life.
It affects everything, doesn't it?
It really does. Nova lost 50 pounds and saw her health markers improve. Rowan lost 50 and kept it off long term. James lost an incredible 66 pounds, said his confidence went through the roof, even helped his career.
Amazing.
And beyond the weight, people kept talking about sleeping better, having more energy, their skin looking clearer, just feeling happier overall.
So Mitolyn really positions itself as this natural, targeted way to tackle what the science suggests is a root issue for many. Those underperforming mitochondria leading to a sluggish metabolism.
Exactly. It's the first natural approach I've seen that's specifically designed to boost those mitochondria levels. It uses that unique mix of the 6 ingredients in the right amounts shown in the research.
Right.
The idea is it helps your body actually burn that stubborn, deep fat for energy, giving you steady energy all day, even when you're just sitting around.
And the potential benefits go beyond just fat loss, supporting heart health, brain function, bone density, mood. It's all connected.
Yeah, and it's so different from other weight loss stuff out there. You know, the ones packed with caffeine or weird stimulants or toxins.
Jittery side effects, crashes.
Yeah. Mitolyn is totally natural. Caffeine-free, non-habit forming, made in the USA with those high GMP standards. It's plant-based, non-GMO, third-party, tested for purity. You know what you're getting.
That reassurance is important.
And it's just so easy. 1 capsule a day with some water. That's it.
Simple.
And like we said, you're actually encouraged not to do crazy diets. Eating normally helps avoid that starvation mode that can slow metabolism even more.
Right. Counterintuitive, but makes sense based on the science. Imagine, for the listener, what that could feel like.
Totally. Picture it. Actually enjoying shopping for clothes again, having the energy to play with your kids or grandkids, getting compliments from friends who notice the change, feeling more connected and vibrant in your relationships.
All without that constant feeling of deprivation or needing hours at the gym.
Exactly. What's that feeling worth? Feeling healthy, confident, just enjoying life more freely.
Priceless for many.
So about the offer. Normally something like this, with all the research and imported ingredients, could easily cost a lot. I think they initially talked about maybe $700 for a supply.
Wow, steep.
But right now, for a limited time, they're offering a 30-day supply for just $79. That's a huge saving, like $118 off. But you really need to act fast. Supplies are limited because of the special ingredients, and the price could definitely go up.
And for best results.
Well, mitochondrial levels build up over time, right? So the effects compound. That's why they really recommend the 3 or 6 month packages, especially if you're over 35, when mitochondria naturally tend to decline more. That gives your body enough time to really rebuild those levels for a lasting change.
Makes sense. And there are savings with the larger packages.
Big time. It's a buy more, save more deal. With the 6-bottle package, the price drops to as low as $49 per bottle. That's a massive saving, like $888 off what it could cost.
$49 a bottle is significant savings.
Huge. Plus, if you grab the 3 or 6 bottle option, they throw in 2 free bonus books. They're worth about $109 apparently.
Oh, what are they about?
One is called One Day Detox Kickstart, kind of helps reset your system. The other is Renew You, which sounds like it's about mindset and building healthy habits. Extra support.
Nice little extras.
And with the 6-bottle package, you also get free shipping.
So bigger package equals biggest savings, bonuses, and free shipping.
Yep. And the best part, there's absolutely zero risk to try it. Mitolyn comes with a full 90-day money-back guarantee.
90 days, 3 full months.
Exactly. You have plenty of time to see how it works for you. If you're not thrilled with your results for any reason, just send it back, get your money back. No hassle.
That's a solid guarantee. Removes any hesitation.
Totally. So if you're ready to try it, just click on one of the package options you see below the video or wherever you're seeing this. The checkout is totally secure.
And it's only available through the official site, right?
That's key. Only on the official website, which you can get to through mitochondrial.com or that link in the description. You won't find the real thing on Amazon or in stores.
Good to know. Protects against fakes.
Right. And remember, stock is limited because of those special ingredients, and prices really could go up soon. So locking in the discount now, especially with the 3 or 6 bottle deal, is probably the smartest move for the best results and savings. Go check it out, mitochondrial.com, or click the link.
Okay, maybe we should quickly run through some common questions people might have.
Good idea. Like, is Mitolyn right for me?
Well, if you've got stubborn body fat that just won't shift with diet and exercise, the science suggests this approach targeting mitochondria could be very relevant for you.
Okay. How's it work again?
Basically, it provides those 6 specific natural nutrients shown to help your body multiply its healthy mitochondria, those little cellular energy furnaces. More furnaces, potentially better fat burning?
What's inside it?
6 key players. McKee berry extract, rhodiola, Hematococcus algae for astaxanthin, amla fruit, theobroma cacao, the special kind, and schizandra. All natural.
Is safe?
It's natural, made in the USA in a GMP-certified FDA-registered facility, plant-based, non-GMO, third-party tested, so it adheres to high safety and quality standards. Of course, like with any new supplement, if you have a medical condition or take meds, chatting with your doctor first is always wise.
Makes sense. What if it doesn't work for me?
That's where the 90-day money-back guarantee comes in. You try it for 3 months, risk-free. If you're not happy, you get a refund.
How many bottles should I order?
As we discussed, for the best, most lasting results, especially if you're over 35, the 3 or 6 month supply is strongly recommended to really let those mitochondria levels build. Plus, you get the best price and bonuses.
How do I take it?
Super simple, just 1 capsule per day with a glass of water.
Is this a subscription? Will I be charged again?
Nope. It's a one-time payment, no auto ship, no hidden fees. You order what you want, that's it.
How fast will it arrive?
In the US, usually takes about 7 to 10 business days, maybe a bit longer for international orders.
Okay, what do I do now?
Just click on the package you want, ideally the 3 or 6 bottle option for the best deal below this video, or go to mitochondrial.com and place your secure order.
Perfect. So really it comes down to a choice, doesn't it?
It often does.
You can keep doing what you've been doing, maybe feeling frustrated trying things that just haven't worked, or you can try something different. Explore this potential for real change with Mitolyn.
Focusing on that underlying cellular energy aspect.
Yeah, think about what that could mean. Finally losing that stubborn fat, feeling that boost in energy all day, seeing improvements in health markers, feeling that confidence come back.
The potential is certainly appealing.
And remember, that special discount is only for a limited time, and you've got that 90-day guarantee, so there's really nothing to lose by trying it.
Makes it an easy decision to explore.
So take that step. Choose your package now at mitochondrial.com, or just click the link in the description and start your own transformation story. We're genuinely excited to hear how it goes for you.
Absolutely.
One last time, that's mitochondrial.com or the link in the description for the special pricing. Go check it out.